Hey guys, Jordan here, and today we're going to be going through the 3 steps that you need to take to get your house in order before you can become a successful person. So this is a different style video. We're going to be using the whiteboard today, which is exciting, and it's 31 degrees outside in the UK, so it's absolutely boiling. I've got a fan on, apologies if you can hear it, and apologies if I'm looking a bit shiny, but the UK is not built for this. We don't have aircon, so yeah, this is really, really hot. But we're going to crack on anyway. So what do I mean by getting your house in order? I'm talking about making sure that all of your life is in check before you can start a business. How can you think about starting a business when you don't have everything right, everything in the right place? Okay, I'm going to explain this. So there are 3 areas of your life which you need to make sure are on point before you can truly be a successful person, okay? Your habits, your environment, and your routine. Okay? We want to make sure, or we want to aim to get you in this place here. Okay? But that's a work in progress. I'm not right in the center of that point. I haven't hit my absolute peak of habits, routine, and environment. This is something that you're going to be working on throughout your life. But by the end of this video, I want to at least give you the tools to get yourself somewhere in these areas here, okay? Because this is where you're going to be suitable enough to actually launch your business. And this is something that I needed to do before I could successfully launch my agency. So we're going to go into each of these and break these down a little bit deeper. And by the way, guys, this video is completely improvised today. So if there's anything that I do leave off here, that you think would be valuable to add, then please do leave it down in the comment section below, because we're all a community, we're all muck in and give each other value. So leave them down below if I miss anything out. So we have habits. Starts off with that. And I'm not just talking about good habits that you need to implement, but we're talking about bad habits that you need to get rid of. Okay, so we've got good habits and we have bad habits. Okay, what do I mean by bad habits? I'm sure we can all think of some. So things like drinking. Do you drink a lot? Okay, not water, alcohol, okay? Are you going out and partying all the time? Going out. This is something that I really had to rein in when I started my business. I wasted a lot of time and a lot of money on going out and drinking, combining them things. Do you smoke? Okay, you're probably thinking, well, how does smoking negatively impact my business? It affects your morale and it affects your health, which is of course going to affect your business. Do you have a bad diet? Okay. People massively underestimate how much diet has to play with your focus and your ability to pay attention and your level of procrastination. Diet has a massive part to play in that. There are plenty of scientific studies to back that. So yeah, let's not make this list go on forever and be here all day for you guys. But what are some good habits? Reading. Okay? Or just educating yourself. Okay? Not everybody likes to read. I'll be completely honest with you. Shamefully, when I first started my business 2.5 years ago, I read for the first time since school. I never liked reading books. I don't particularly enjoy reading books now, but I do it to educate myself. And to be honest, I probably listen to a lot more audiobooks than I do actually physically read anyway. Okay? You want to get your diet in check. Do you exercise? This is a massive one. Do you exercise? Okay, I go to the gym every single morning, and not just to get big or to get lean or to get in a certain shape, but for my mind. When I work out in the morning and I come home and I start with work and I eat my breakfast and I sit out on the balcony, I feel so good about myself that I've achieved so much before everyone else has been awake. Or even if you're just going in the evenings, going to the gym and exercising puts your body in a really good, puts your mind in a really good state, okay? Whether that's going to the gym or whether that's doing running or whether that's cycling or kayaking, which I like to do sometimes, make sure you're doing some form of exercise, okay? So these are what you want to start thinking about. There are loads of things that you can add onto here, and please do leave them down in the comments below. But you want to start getting rid of these bad habits, and you want to start replacing them with good habits, because you're going to have more time on your hands. So we want to make sure that your habits are in check. Okay. Hopefully you can see all of this. I don't know, it's frustrating sometimes. The camera focuses well, sometimes it doesn't focus so well, so this video might go tits up. Okay, Jesus, it's hot. So let's go with routine. Okay, so your routine, okay? Now, lots of people have bad routines, they don't even realise them. My routine was terrible when I first started my business. When I first started, I was one of them people that woke up at 8 o'clock, jumped in the shower, rushed to work for 9 o'clock, and I'd come home and I ate my dinner and I sat on my ass watching TV all night, okay? Another bad habit, sitting watching TV, unless you're watching something educational. So you need to make sure your routine is in check, okay? You need to make sure that you are waking up at a good time, okay? And when you're waking up, you're doing something productive at the start of the day. So I'll quickly run you through my morning routine. I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. You don't have to wake up at 5:30, but I wake up at about 5:30 a.m. Okay, and the first thing I do when I wake up is I drink a massive bottle of water. It gets my body going, because you wouldn't go 9 hours or 7 hours in the day without drinking. So first thing I do is drink water. I then wash my face, brush my teeth, and I go into the lounge and I will start reading or start listening to an audiobook. So I'll wake up and I'll educate. Hopefully you can see this, I'm not going too far off. So I wake up, I educate myself. After doing that for about half an hour, I go to the gym for about 6:30, and I come back, I eat breakfast. Okay, we ignore that writing. And then what I do is I look at my to-do list for the day and I set out and I actually start working at around 8:30, 9 o'clock. So waking up on time. Now it goes in hand with that is going to bed in time. So getting enough sleep in general. Okay, you really want to start thinking about the amount of sleep you're having. It's so vitally important that you have enough sleep on a daily basis. You can wake up feeling refreshed. Okay, I've got this little handy tool here, an Oura ring. I don't use it as enough as I should, but this basically tracks the amount of sleep I'm getting throughout the night, but not only the amount of time I'm actually having sleep, but the actual quality of that sleep as well. So generally speaking, I can function really well on about 7 hours sleep. Other people need 8 hours, some people even need 9 hours. But if you're not getting 7 hours sleep a night consistently, you're not going to be in the right frame of mind to be able to start a business and actually stay motivated throughout the day. And it really does have a massive impact. I've noticed so many times when I've gone off and I've done things and I've stayed up till late and I haven't been able to get enough sleep, I've been lethargic that day afterwards, and it's so hot in here, and I haven't been able to concentrate and actually get all of my to-do list done. Okay, so your routine, you're waking up, you're sleeping on time. Yeah, this is good. And of course, we're going to add on there, but it's a habit, your exercise. Jesus, I don't even know what happened there. Exercise. Now, I can't stress enough how important all of this stuff is, and it's going to be completely different for each and every one of you who are watching this video. I tested out early mornings. I found that I was a morning person, that I was uber productive in the morning, okay? Sometimes I even meditate in the morning as well, and I practice gratitude, so I think about the things I'm grateful for at this moment in my life, and I also look at my mood board, which is on my wall, which gives me a visualization of what I want to achieve. If you are interested in getting a good morning routine, I really recommend the book, The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. It's an incredible book. I've mentioned it many times. It literally changed my life. But not everybody is going to be a morning person. Some people will be evening people. Now, if you're an evening person, you find you're more productive in the evening, that's absolutely fine. There's no shame in that. Just make sure you go to sleep a little bit later. You can wake up a little bit later then, but as long as you always make sure that you get enough sleep, and it's absolutely vital that you do that. So, guys, that is your routine. I could go into each of these topics with hour-long videos, but we haven't got all day today, so maybe I'll do that in the future. With some kind of additional training. So what we're left with, we have your environment. Okay, your environment. Where are you actually working, okay? What is your current situation? More specifically, your working environment. Okay, so this is going to be different for every single person again, and all of these things are different. This is why I'm being quite vague here, because you need to think about this on an individual level, okay? Now, when I first started, I actually set up a little office in my bedroom. Okay, I worked in my bedroom, out of my bedroom, for about 6 months after I launched my business. I set up my MacBook on a desk, and I made sure that I worked there. I wouldn't really recommend doing that if you can avoid doing it, because the problem is you never fall out of work mode, and you always find yourself in work mode. So once you're finished for the day, you're in your bed, you're going to sleep, and you can see your computer, and your mind never really shuts off. So I wouldn't recommend that if you can avoid it. But what I'm trying to get at here is you need a designated place for you to work, okay? It doesn't matter if that is in your bedroom or whether it's downstairs in the lounge. You need to set up a workstation, so when you sit at that station, you are in work mode. What I really wouldn't recommend doing is just being on the laptop and having that laptop lifestyle where you are literally just starting, and you're some days that you're in the lounge, and some days you're in the kitchen, and some days you're down at a coffee shop, and some days you're at your mate's office, because you're not going to be as productive as you can, okay? Because your mind is always adjusting to a new place. You're always having these new little shiny objects each and everywhere. And whilst this is the attractive lifestyle that everybody promotes, everybody talks about the laptop lifestyle and traveling the world and working from your laptop, which is absolutely great when you have an established business. That's absolutely fine. I can work from my laptop absolutely anywhere because I can trust that I've got a team who can actually help me enough behind the scenes, and I have enough systems in place to make sure that I know exactly what work I'm doing. But if you're just starting a business and you're working from all different locations, you're not going to be able to stay motivated, and your mind's going to be all over the place, okay? So make sure you set up a very simple workstation at home. Even if you do want to work from the sofa, you want to work from the coffee table, that's absolutely fine, but I would recommend you going to that coffee table every day and working from there, okay? You also want to make sure you eliminate all of your distractions. You want to make sure that you don't have distractions around you. If you've got kids, it's going to be harder. So distractions. Okay, so you don't want loud music. You don't want other people around, especially when you start doing outreach, if you're doing video meetings, if you're having video calls and you're actually trying to sign clients. Trust me, never underestimate how much other people around you is going to affect you. I literally had one of our mentees who was in mentorship program with us, and last week we had a training day with him, and he said to me, Jordan, I had an amazing call, or I had a really amazing potential call lined up, but my girlfriend was in the lounge and I was going to jump on the call, and I was so excited for it, but I don't know what came over me. I just couldn't get the words out. When I was on the phone, I was more conscious about what my girlfriend was thinking about what I was saying than what I was actually saying on the phone, and they couldn't close them, and they were so frustrated, and it's because they had other people around them. I couldn't think of anything worse than being on a client meeting when I have friends, or I have my brother, or I have other people that are sat around me. When I'm in a client meeting or I'm trying to close a client, I am in the zone, and I'm making sure that's the only thing that I am focusing on. So you need to make sure that you don't have distractions. I haven't got music playing right now in the background of this video because I'm focusing on just having this video. If I'm working, then I have quiet music. I use something called brain.fm. It plays like binaural beats. Again, you can go over to YouTube and type in binaural beats. Nice monotone, monotone probably isn't the word, but kind of flat songs which don't have really any vocals in them at all. And these are the things that are going to be triggering you to kind of be a lot more focused. If you've got loud and you're singing along to Ed Sheeran whilst you're doing all your prospecting, you're probably not going to get a lot of stuff done. So you need to make sure that in total your environment is right. This whiteboard is looking so messy now. So we're going to go back on this here, which we went on earlier. So we have your habits, we have environment, enviro, and we have your routine. Okay, so guys, this is food for thought for you. I know this isn't a really in-depth video, but a lot of people massively underestimate this. Okay, all three of these things are so vitally important to your personal success and your success as a business owner. Even little things, I'm looking around my office now, it's spotless, because if I have rubbish all over the place here, I'm not going to be able to concentrate. So make sure that you watch this video back and you look at habit, environment and routine, and you think about what them words mean to you. Don't think about so much about what the things I've written on the board, like, oh, I don't smoke and I don't drink, so that means I'm absolutely great. No, think about the individual things in your life which you're doing, which are having a negative impact on this whole cycle of getting your house in order. So guys, that's the end of this video. Please do engage down below. I really want to know your thoughts on any of these three elements, anything that I've missed out of here, and how did you get your house in order when you first started your business? Let us know, and I'll be back again with another video next week. Cheers guys.